We're spending a lot of time indoors, cooped up with family, or in some cases, alone. So who better to give advice on this self-isolation than the retired commander of the International Space Station?
Start doing things. They don't have to be the things that you always did before. Take care of family, start a new project, learn to play guitar, study another language, read a book, write, create.
Chris Hadfield uploaded advice on how to cope in self-isolation onto YouTube this weekend. It's a subject he's all too familiar with, having spent 166 days in space. A crisis can bring out the best and the worst in people, and this pandemic is no exception. But we're also seeing generous acts of kindness and, in many ways, a closer sense of community. Here's Mike Drolet with some of the Canadians who are stepping up.
We're living in uncharted territory. Fear of what could happen has led to hoarding and panic, bringing out the worst in some, which prompted a family in Calgary to do some good. They put together a flyer called Neighbors Helping Neighbors, initially offering to buy groceries for seniors isolated from the world because of COVID-19. What it did is inspire others.
We have, we've got an entire army of volunteers.
The offer now is whatever anybody needs, they'll be there. And what Stephen Webb has figured out, it was never about groceries.
And it's starting to get a real good feel of, you know what, nobody's alone here. Anything that happens, we're going to go through as a group, as a community. No one's going to get through this alone.
It didn't cost them anything, yet it gave so much. The cost of giving was more acute for Ryan Cooper after St. Patrick's Day was cancelled, leaving the St. James Gate Irish pub with a fridge full of produce and a choice.
Well, yeah, it's all been given away. This is all the produce and all the stuff that was perishable.
COVID-19 may have shut his doors, but it created an opportunity to share with families fearful of going out.
So it seemed silly for it to go to waste. We wanted to do something with it, so we tried to do that.
Nashla Merheb had two goals when she moved a small shelving unit onto the sidewalk in front of her Ajax, Ontario house: help a few people and teach her kids a valuable life lesson.
I just want them to learn how to be compassionate to others, how to care for other humans. I'm all for love and caring for other people.
She's restocked twice already. Her 20 flower pots are down to one, but considering the mad rush by some to buy toilet paper, almost all the rolls she put out are still there. Two families and a pub manager living nowhere near each other, yet connected in a time of isolation by values we so desperately need. Mike Drolet, Global News, Toronto.